So, hi everybody. Welcome back to another brand new video, and it's been about a month ever since I created the video, that's because, by the way, I've had a worse month. I've had a worse month in the whole year actually, because there's like a lot of dramas. There's a lot of downfalls. There's a lot of periods of rage, frustration, and so much hatred, that I feel towards whoever that is or whatever that is. And I don't want to publicly disclose everything that's been happening because, especially when it comes with, let's just say, when I have a relationship and everything, because I don't want a fraction of people to get to judge someone from the other side. And as much as how I'm condoning everyone not about this behavior, or how I don't want to encourage this kind of behavior of witch hunting someone in my personal life specifically, I'm just not really with that idea. Even if this is the kind of society that people do. It's just whenever someone tells you that you don't do this, people are still going to do it anyway. Even if even if you consider yourself as an obedient person, there's always going to be someone else who's going to do it for whatever reason they want. Or yeah, it's just that's why I'm just avoiding everything in that certain extent, to prevent anything to happen very unpleasantly. And yeah, so I'm going to talk about in this video, which is something that is related to those kinds of reasons where has to do about my YouTube. There are times where I get very conscious with the way I think about myself, or let's just say when it comes with making YouTube videos, because I want to put an example to myself for me to be able to express my thoughts clearly. I want to put an example where I was trying to make a video of something, and this was way before. This was an issue way before, where I get very conscious of the way I'm working on, basically, and the feedbacks of everyone, and the way others would think about my work. And I also had kind of a trouble dealing with criticism, because me as way before, how egocentric I get when it comes with what I do, and taking so much pride because of how this is my work, this is my hard work and everything. And whenever people say something bad about what I do, that's where I fall down, and then sometimes I get defensive and I would start to prove and everything until it becomes senseless and ridiculous. So it just gets to this kind of point where I wanted to talk in this video as well about what I'm certainly feeling right now. Sorry for the voice crack, because this has been a root of me of why I quit. I've been quitting YouTube multiple times and then just coming back after a long periods of time. And this is one of those reasons why. It's the fear of judgment. It's also the fear of having to try something new. It's the fear of having to have something to work, or to work on something new, and having to embrace the uncertainty of what's gonna happen next, whether it's going to succeed that idea or it's gonna fail. And man, it just very sucks so much having to feel this way, because it's what I've been dealing with it, man. And that led me to quit YouTube multiple times, especially from the past few years. Remember those kinds of videos for those who are watching me from 2022 or 2021, where I make so much videos every week, and then throughout those weeks I set high expectations of myself. I would be expecting videos to perform good because I've been making so much effort on making them, something like that. I take so much time. I've taken so much time editing it. I've tried videoing myself with the kind of energy that I'm recording. That's very engaging. Like, I'm trying to sound so much that way. So, and very chaotic as well, which is that the kind of persona that I used to have. And man, those times were so fun. But for having this kind of personality that is being shown online before, it also has some kind of drawbacks that makes me feel or something that makes it feel disadvantageous for having that kind of ability. I mean, it's the root of why I have those high expectations. It's because of how I'm trying to give my all to my audiences. And, you know, whenever something happens where the result, like let's just say for about a day or about a week or for how many days it took long and then the views are low, for example, or when the likes in the video are very few than usual, this is where I start to get very sad because, yeah, it's everything I worked on, and seeing people how they don't like my content so much, it makes me feel sad, you know, and sometimes frustrated because I'm trying to give my all, but that was just at the subconscious level, and it's something I don't want to disclose. And if you're hearing this right now, that you know what I said just a seconds ago, please don't hate me because this is not really how I wanted to feel. This is not how I want to express, but yeah, I guess it just gets to those kinds of points where you just have to feel frustrated that something just doesn't have to work all the time. Something just doesn't have to go your way, and yeah, because you know it's what you settled. And when it comes with what you set through those things, you wanted it to work. And whenever something works, in what I believe, it brings you confidence, that it brings you that kind of efficacy to do other things with, you know, with assuring for it to work, with the assurance to work, something like that. And you know, having that control more of, it's what I've been feeling a lot, you know, through these days, especially when I don't make a lot of videos on YouTube, and then just having to contemplate myself in those times where I'm just thinking about, you know, what's going on with my content right now, like what else, you know, how can I do better? You know, I mean, it's not really a bad thing to think about something like that, but it just gets to the point where it becomes very, I'm not sure if I'm using the right term, but maybe destructive or self-destructive, to the point where I'm giving myself, you know, beyond boundaries to others of all the abilities that I have, until I start to become draining, which leads me to this point of creating these kinds of video nowadays, because whenever I give so much effort into something, I get high expectations. I set high expectations about myself and how this video is going to perform very greatly, you know. And it really sucks that, you know, just because I get very engaging, or let's just say that, you know, whenever I'm trying to do something that's very high in standard, the higher my expectations get. And whenever something doesn't give to what I want, or to what I want to desire, that's where the disappointment kicks in. I get to feel that so easily. And, you know, yeah, it just, this is why just when it comes to making YouTube videos nowadays, and then having to think about the engagement that I'm doing with my audiences, this is where I just stop caring and just make these kinds of videos where I want it to be true to myself. Because I'm not sure if there's any hidden, or let's just say some unfinished business within myself when it comes with the kind of energy that shows, that's much more than how I'm portraying in these videos these days, if that makes sense. Which is why I wanted to create different projects and everything, or I'm trying to tone down and everything, and yeah, this is bringing us all the way here. I'm not really sure what else do I have to say about this kind of fear, like, you know, the kind of fear of being open to new experiences, or the fear of wanting to try something new, you know, the fear of uncertainty towards outcomes and everything. But I guess the way I would just have to cope up with this is, yeah, I think it's just to lower down my expectations, and then, you know, whatever happens just happens, you know. I mean, you know, it's a great thing to have high standards as an individual, but, you know, if that's also the case for you, then that's actually pretty good, because having high standards also makes you more reliable. It also makes you feel more competent as an individual when it comes with whenever you are inside an industry, or like let's just say in your future profession, on how you want to live up your future, and then you get this much competent as an individual, or as an employee, or as a professional as a whole. Hey, I have no idea what else do I have in mind when it comes with this, but I think that's just pretty much it. And I guess I would also have to preach this kind of messaging where I think it's okay to feel like this, and I think I shouldn't also feel to a certain way where just because I fear something doesn't always mean that I should just stop what I'm doing, because nothing is easy. Not eventually you'll get to the point where whenever you're doing something that has to do with your craft, or doing something that has to dedicate with what you really like or what you're interested with, there will just come to the time where failure is very much inevitable. And just like school, as much as how I get good grades, not trying to flex here, there also comes to the time where I fail, or at least to the extent of how I think I fail in the part of my academic journey. Embrace failure, guys. And no, it's not as simple. I know it's very easy to say something or to preach a message of something, but of course it's never easy. I'm just a human being as well. Just because I get to have those kinds of thoughts that are very thoughtful or something very insightful doesn't mean that I have to live with those kinds of words every day. And that's how imperfect I am as an individual. So, embrace failure, guys. I think we can do this. I'm in college, and it's gonna be a very hard journey as the times go by, but yeah, we can do it. Whatever it is that you're working through, I hope you keep trying. I hope you keep taking risks, because it's very important to stay out of your comfort zone, because if you keep being inside the comfort zone, growth is very much absent. So yeah, keep trying and don't give up, guys, because the only way for you to get to the feeling of, or to a direction where it's a failure, if that makes sense, is where you say to yourself that you do. Or let's just say that you started to give up in a way where you wanted to move on to a new different path. That's where failure strikes in. It's very much different from failing at something and then keeping on trying. Trying to do it over and over again as you learn from those mistakes. That's not failure as a whole, but progress, if that's the way we call it. And whatever it is that you're working on, once again, I hope you keep going and embrace those shortcomings, because it's gonna be very much inevitable for your journey. And yeah, I think that's just everything. You're capable and you're cool. So keep being different, or more like keep making a difference in the world. You have no idea how much whatever it is that you're doing right now, or what you're working on right now, can serve a great contribution to what this world needs, if that makes sense. So yeah, this makes me feel good making this video right now, because I haven't been making a video for about a month, and it's been like a hell week or a hell month, because so much drama I have to be exposed in, but it's gonna be okay, guys. So yeah, and if you also have anything that you have been going through right now, everything is temporary, and you can do it. Whatever it is that you're going through, you're not alone. Whatever it is you're feeling, it's very much okay. It doesn't make a difference from you being human or anything, and you can do it. I love being encouraging. So yeah, I think that's gonna be for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comment section below what you think, if there's something you want to share. Sorry if my voice or my thoughts get disorganized sometimes, but if there's any part where you get the messaging, or you just feel something very positive while listening to this video, then that's good. As long as this video tries to give you something good, then that's really great. I'm really glad to be able to help you out in different ways, and this is what this channel is also all about, and what I want my viewers to feel when I make those kinds of videos. So turn on those notifications in case if you don't want to miss any type of videos I can create. Social media links, I'm very much low-key there, so you don't really need to mind about that. And also about the future projects, I'm not really sure because there's like a lot of school stuff going on, and I don't know, I'm just going to update each and every one when it comes to those very much soon. And I'm looking forward to make more videos in YouTube because, yeah, it's just about yapping about my college life, or while I'm in my college life and all. So, yeah, thank you so much for making this way all the way through, and I hope you have a good night, and I hope you have a good day. I don't know what your time zone is, but yeah, so I think that's just gonna be have for it for today. So thank you everyone for hanging out, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.